3, 2, 1.
All right, we're going to jump right in. Alliance, the team that we saw get obliterated in that vehicle last round. Still looking good, though. All the teams looking good. And if you'd like to look as good as all of them, you might as well get every single jersey and parachute. And while we're at it, we'll throw in the off-roader as well. $249.99 on Steam, and you can support the entire league, every single team.
Hey, your vehicle may as well look really cool when it explodes and your entire team dies. So go ahead and buy that skin. We'll have to see if we see anything that crazy again. But fittingly, we're going to be jumping on board with Set to Destroy X, a team that has performed week in and week out, now in week 7, still being one of the most dominant teams. Will they be able to have an impressive finish here?
Yeah, they need to. I mean, they were hot for a long time there. That's 3 matches in a row, though, where they really haven't had the performance that we were used to seeing out of them. They need to get that back. This circle, though, that we're looking at, super far south. A lot of open space there just south of Cranberry, but we're losing a ton of this circle to the edge of the map, and we're losing a ton of the circle to Runamuck Lake. Those are basically no-man's zones. They're not really good. There's no cover, or you're in the kill box. If you walk off the map itself will just eliminate you for walking out of bounds. So this is going to be a little bit escalated or a quicker pace here. We might not see the opening early game kills that we did last match, but we're going to have a lot more mid-game kills.
If you're a professional player, that safe zone looks how it feels to get your credit card declined over at the crystal shops. Feels real bad.
It feels bad. It definitely throws a wrench in some of these guys' play styles, some of these teams that maybe like to do late rotations. Teams like Epsilon, I think circles like this don't really play to their style of play, where they like to be the last team in that zone. Mid-game getting sped up and being more aggressive hurts teams that like to be in that late game.
So I think Epsilon, though, one thing that they do have going for them is where they're set up right now. They're already kind of in Cranberry. They're spread out very nice. I mean, pretty much the entire safe zone right now is their neighborhood. They may be able to get aggressive nice and early on. That's not going to be the case for some of our other teams that are all the way up over by Misty Peak.
Yeah, teams like Alliance have a long ways to go. Obey Alliance also, so the 2 alliances both have a bit of a distance to travel. Gangstars, Vitality, they're going to be teams that where their spawn locations are, they have the longest distance to travel. And that's something we haven't talked about a lot. Is a lot of these teams have set spots that they like to land, and these circles determine not only what the pacing inside that circle is going to be, but it also determines your looting at the beginning. How early do you have to leave from your looting location to get to the safe zone? So sometimes it plays better to other teams that land in those areas. They don't have to leave as soon. They may already be set up. They know that area better than other parts of the map because they're always there.
One thing that I will say, though, is everybody is very prepared to try to at least grab a vehicle when they get into these early spots, so they should be able to make the trek over without a problem. The other way that we are prepared here, though, in the H1Z1 Pro League is by having computers for the players. We want to be able to do it without Republic Gamers, so everybody, think about that. Our official hardware sponsor, our official hardware provider, Republic of Gamers. Without them, we would not be able to do this whole shindig. Now, one team that wants to get off to a strong start in this hootenanny is going to be none other than Tempo Storm, and this is exactly what we were talking about before we started to talk about the PCs that the guys were on, Jason. They already do have that early game caravan.
Yeah, so they've got the cars. They're going to roll in. I want to see these guys pay complete attention and keep track of body counts. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to the players yet. Haven't had the opportunity, but I'm still interested to see if they knew that Sloth was still alive. They lost Candy Van last match because they left a solo player alive sitting on the street. So they need a little bit more attention to detail in that scenario. They should have rolled in, taken an easy elimination there, then made the press on TSM.
It was a smart play, but if you don't have all the information, how smart can you really be, right?
The right play, they just didn't do it in the right order. Sloth should have gone down first, and then that play is a lot cleaner. You don't have people shooting you in the back.
I'd be interested to see, though, if maybe they knew he was up and assumed that they were so distracted and he wasn't going to be a big factor. That's the question, though. If it was an oversight, it definitely did punish them. Even if they knew it, it was a punish.
Any player in this league can punish you and harass you. We're talking about 75 of the top players in the world at this game. You cannot count anybody out, and especially when it is a kill-based point system. That one guy, when he's left alone, if he has the opportunity to get a single point, he's going to go after it. You have to assume that that guy's going to harass and shoot you.
Because these guys are thinking big picture, right? They know how important that one of those points can be on their way out. It's the same thing when we actually see the opposite scenario and we see guys say, okay, look, I'm in a terrible position here. I'm going to be giving a point to people for the entire league. League, I'm running straight out of dodge, I'm running out of the safe zone, and I'm going to choke out. I'm not going to let anyone get the point. They actually sacrifice themselves to deny a point. All things to think about, but want to reiterate, this is kind of what Jason and I were alluding to a little bit earlier. The safe zone is going to have a huge impact on what we see in the game. Last game, we saw those early kills come in. We saw a decent pacing of kills, and then at the end, we had a beautiful triangle. With this, with the limited space that we have, it's almost like we're a few rings in, and ultimately, this is going to be a powder keg. Yes, we're not going to see the early kills, but we are going to see everybody get blown up all at once.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it turns into a little bit more consistent pacing for this match. With it being escalated early, we should see some more mid-game eliminations, especially with everybody playing to the center here, and we'll see how these point spreads end up coming out. I mean, I was just looking at the scores a little bit too. Today's an interesting day. We said that they were closing the gap a little bit. I did some quick maths with, whoa, we're going to be in a fight though for a second. It's Sign, going to go down here early. Impact Gaming, Tipsy, going to be able to get that final headshot in, take him out. LG going to need to rotate out quick. Chipsy comes in, swoops up Yogi, and they are on the move again.
That is the universe's way of showing you, Jason, that we don't like doing math on this test.
Yeah, apparently me doing math brings in some disasters there, but I was doing a little bit of quick maths, and
Stop with the math!
Okay.
Let's get an instant replay of that first kill. We're going to see our first player coming down right now. We started with 75, now we're at 74, as we just see early shots coming in, and Sign going to be...
So every time I say math, there seems to be shot. It works flawlessly. If I say math, somebody gets shot at. It just works that way. Maybe we should be doing that.
Math.
Yeah, still happening. Shot's still coming.
Math.
We finally broke it. All right. It's nope. There it is. There it is.
Go
It was
ahead,
just
do
delayed.
your math.
So the quick math. The gap between Rogue and Set to Destroy, 26 points. Rogue actually overtakes Epsilon. So Epsilon is now 9 points behind. Rogue has overtaken second place.
That is absolutely insane.
Explosions.
So is that explosion. Stop a little. Still has Rogue primed right now. Will they be able to get them out nice and early? It is Rogue from LG, not Rogue, the winning team from last game. And that was not a very winning feeling at all. Ultimately, there was a little bit of a pinch going on there. Now we're going to see it is Epsilon once again putting up a fight. They know they need to catch up here.
Yeah, Epsilon going to take out one of the players off of TSM. Carta going to go down. And we already have 3 eliminations so far. We're losing players from TSM and losing 2 players from Luminosity. So losing a couple players here early. Luminosity coming into the day in 5th. Not a stellar first match. Second match so far, they're already down 2 bodies.
They're in a rough spot. They're in a rough spot. I know going into this one we were definitely cheering for them, but they're already down 2 men very early on. There are only 3 deaths right now. 2 of them are going to be LGs. Very, very scary stuff for them. They're going to have to get this like guerrilla style of play going on where they can maybe come in, get the pinches, because they are disadvantaged in just about every single fight on the map. And this goes back to what we were saying with the ring. And I want to bring up the fact, I mean, look, we've had 2 teams in the #1 spot throughout all of our weeks. For 4 weeks in a row, it's been Set to Destroy X. Before that, 2 weeks in a row, it was Epsilon. These are teams that are incredibly consistent. It doesn't matter what type of style that they need to play, what the ring is asking for, they've adapted to it. Epsilon was the team to adapt the quickest. They knew how to get aggressive very early on. Set to Destroy X has just figured out a way to be aggressive in just about every scenario. And now as we do see our next ring pulling on in, we're going to have a little bit of Cranberry, and that run amok leg space is dead space. It is terrible real estate. It's like building your house on a sand pit.
We're still off map too. This circle's still being progressed a lot quicker. We're basically a full 2 circles smaller right now. At least 1, possibly 2 circles smaller, because Run Amok Lake and the edge of the map is taking up so much of the zone that it's just unusable space. There's a lot of cover, though, here at the center, just south of Run Amok Lake.
It's a mosh pit, though,
there's a bunch of POIs that guys can get into. We might see them last a long time, but Chappie gonna come through. Boomstick, Melander gonna go down to the shotgun.
Boom goes the dynamite, but ultimately we are going to see this is just this is a destruction derby right now. They're just going to be headbutting each other. There isn't much space left at all, but let's jump into that action. Let's see this kill one more time using the magic of production. Ba-bow. This is an absolutely beautiful kill. Chappie just one pumping him.
Yeah, I'm not sure that would have been a 1 pump at that range. He actually got an assist from Dropkick. So maybe that's not a 1 pump. Maybe Melander wins that, but again, we talk about pinches and how much of an effect it has on these matches. Ends up taking Melander out.
It looked like a one pump, but that may have actually been camera magic as well. Yeah, I think that the fact that we do see in our HUD that pinch is going to come in, I'm pretty sure there was just an early shot that you couldn't see. One little laser embedding itself in him before the shotgun takes him down. Now Jeesh going to be mimicking a kill here. He's going to be able to get, oh, just a trade going down.
Yeah, it goes down to the nade there. Buffalo going to return the favor.
69 players still up here, Jason, and that trade, does anyone come out on top in that trade?
No, nobody comes out. They both lose. They both got 1 point. They're not at a modifier position yet, so they both get 1 point with no modifier, and they're down bodies while everybody else has still got 5 up for the most part. Every team's up. There's a couple that are missing 2. Luminosity's down 2 players. But I don't think there's a winner in a trade scenario early game.
69 players up, everybody a loser in that last trade. And the reason that you're saying that nobody is going to be winning there is because of how early it is. You're losing a resource to gain potentially a point and to be disadvantaged in just about every single other fight for the rest of the game. Yeah, it's not going to be a great scenario at all. Very important to hear you say that. And we can see quite a few of these teams going to be weak at this point. We lost another player here. Yes, all 15 teams still up. But there's some disadvantaged teams here. Team Solomid going to be one of them as a few more shots come into their vehicle. Only going to have a few up now. Gangstars, they are 1 down, but they're deciding to get aggressive. And we can see that Aladdin is going to be able to just start being, honestly, going to take him on a magic carpet ride, going to be able to take out 1, going to be looking for 2. Explosives going to be coming in right now.
It looked like, I'm not sure if that was a glitch or if that actually just happened, but it looked like 2 or 3 players off of Gangstars just went down, and now Nazgul going to go down as well. And we did lose 3 players there. We went down from 69 to 65 now as Crossover gets eliminated by Imperial House. So a bunch of kills lighten up that feed in a quickness.
That is a good trade going in from Obey. Yes, they're going to lose 1, but ultimately they are going to delete a team off of the map. There's 1 more left. It's going to be Kyrig. They're going to try to close that space right now. Lifted, going to be the one to challenge Kyrig. He might be able to see him through the window right at the door. This could be a 50-50 play, but ultimately a few shots try to come out early. He's running out from the back of the house, going to try to smoke off his side, moving into another house, but he might just move into another fight here depending on how far he really does try to run. He doesn't have anything but his feet, though, to try to get out of dodge on, and he just has to keep trading out all of these smokes, using every resource he has left because all he has is his pocketbook here. He's got no teammates to keep him alive.
I don't think that the play is backing out. I think you take that shotgun battle in his situation and try to get another point, because right now, I guess if you make it to 10th, you get a modifier, and even a partial point automatically rounds up. So if he makes it to 10th and stays alive, he nets 1 point. But you could take a shotgun battle, win a shotgun battle or 2, and back them off, and still get that point. So I'm not sure which way is really the best. It might be safer for him to wait until he's not up against a full squad. Maybe try and come in late game, get the modifier and an extra elimination.
You take the 50-50 play there when your odds are already absolutely dog. I mean, that's really what you have to do at that point. But now, speaking of dodgy odds, it's going to be Luminosity getting tagged up here very early. We got to see what JP2 has left to actually protect himself, but it is going to be CLG that gets the absolute Kobe, takes him down, and all of a sudden, our kill feed's going to be going crazy. Rogue, once again, going to be absolutely huge, so influential.
And they're taking down, their elims are currently on Set to Destroy. They are netting points while eliminating points from Set to Destroy. They are continuing to close down that gap. They are taking out the players that they want to be taking out. Drop, going to come in, get an elimination, then he's going to go down. Last player left alive for LG, going to be JP2. Shots raining out all around him, though. Has a moment of cover here. Tries to get some healing down. TSM going to be the first team eliminated here in game number 2.
Jason, you read my mind, though. These kills coming in for Rogue right now are so influential. And the other thing that is crazy, yes, they're getting kills on the biggest teams, the teams that they're trying to catch up with. They could actually get first place tonight. This is insane. But the other teams that are fighting are trading out with each other. That makes it even better for Rogue. Those are essentially dead points going to those 2 teams that are going to be out very early. So right now, this is looking like, for the first time, we may have a third team getting that #1 spot in week 7. It was for 2 weeks, Epsilon, and then it's been set to destroy X all the way into week number 6. And they already passed Epsilon on that leaderboard. Now they're looking for set to destroy X. Will they be able to do it? I know their odds are a lot better than JP2's right here.
Yeah,
yeah,
JP,
that's the helmet, and that's his life.
And that is going to be it for JP. Luminosity going to be the second team eliminated here in match number 2. So we're talking about Rogue versus set to destroy. If they can continue to take down those members and they can have the same performance that they had in last match, absolutely, they could overtake the #1 spot. And we were asking, can people catch them? If they can keep doing matches like this, absolutely, it is up for anybody. And we see another elimination onto Doug is Raw. Rogue still eliminating the #1 team, the only team that stands between them and first.
And they're still on him, too. They're still going to be inside of this fight. They may be able to wipe set to destroy X clean out. We're going to see right now Cloud9. It's Stop a Little. Stop a Little's going to go down. He's going to be taken down there by Rogue as well. Zeke and Vago able to do it. Vago needs to get out of this vehicle. He's going to be able to do it. He's still looking a little bit scared here. Zeke's going to find another kill on the way out. They are not in multiplier range yet. We can see there is one player left up from set to destroy X, but ultimately he is going to be taken out by Vitality. And still everyone from Rogue, though, they could just die to the gas. They played so far out. They're going to get choked out. First one to fall is Vago. Huskers still going to be up here. We can see Stormin hanging on by a thread. Will that be enough to keep him alive? We can't even see how much health he has left, and no, it's not going to be enough. He's going to be taken out there. Is this enough to wipe their dreams clean? Are they not going to be able to do it now? Or will they be able to move into that top 10 and even get that multiplier to round up?
I think that they can still hold on. We've seen Riki and Zeke hold on forever multiple times. We've seen them make it into late game when down bodies. So they've gotten some early game kills. They took out the team that they needed to take out to try and catch up. Now can they hang on to that late game and do what we saw them do last week in the end game? Can they close out eliminations, get some of those nades down, get some double kills? Can they pull that off?
I do apologize. We don't have those numbers on your screen right now, but we can see them. There are ultimately 5 kills right now for Rogue. They're very close to being able to get that 1.25 modifier as well. Epsilon only able to grab 1, and set to destroy X only able to grab 1. So this really could be the opportunity for these teams to catch up all of a sudden in week 7. In week 7, Husker's going to be able to get another kill. There's another, and Riki going to be able to find another one. Impact Gaming on their last leg. He is going to be able to tilt the scale just a little bit. He does find one player from Rogue. What can Blank do here? Definitely not shooting blanks, but he is going to be deleted. Huskers on absolute fire, shooting laser beam after laser beam, and all of the sudden, we are just going to see 9 points for Rogue in the top 10. Multiply that by 1.25. They may be able to take this.
Yeah, there's a good chance. That's going to net them another 2 points, most likely. My math, obviously, not good. Your math, not good. But I'm just seeing if we can maybe draw out some shots, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We're going to say math. Nightwalker's going to get shot at. It's a win-win. We get a little bit of action out of it, but I believe that's going to put them up another 2 points, so they should be sitting right around 11 right now.
CLG.
And now Nightwalker is going to get eliminated there by Crank.
A team that has struggled with the speed of our Pro League, trying to figure new things out. Yes, we are in modifier. Echo Fox's Sloth going to be able to find a kill onto Noble, and that is going to be it for Noble. Already down to 9 teams. Echo Fox started off round number 1, disadvantage. Pineapples eaten up by Buffalo nice and early. Now ultimately they're going to have all 5 of their players with only 33 left. This could be an opportunity for Echo Fox as well. These Foxes still in the pack of dogs that you need to be looking at. Epsilon, though, going to be able to find a really big kill here. Balin's still alive. He's going to be able to find that assist. They're going to be able to get a point in their back pocket. Cloud9 not done yet, and you can see it's Crank who actually is trying to get that kill, but C9 is going to be able to close it out and get the point.
Yeah, CLG going to lose a player there, and that's kind of big. They're right behind Rogue right now in points for this match. Balin going to land himself an elimination here. I believe that was onto Alliance. I believe he may have gotten Shades or Sidecast in the back. I might have missed that one, but they are going to find another one onto Mountain. So Balin causing issues for Alliance here. Kolji and MP, last 2 left
Epsilon's
alive.
creeping back up, man. Epsilon's creeping back up. They're in 4th place right now. They're still relatively healthy as far as body count is going to be concerned, but they are going to have 4 points. Rogue with 9. We know Rogue already did pull ahead of them as well, but they are right up against the gas. This is is something that we actually did see. It was the scary thing that happened to Rogue. Huskers is still going to be in that situation as well.
Yeah, so Huskers hanging on out there. Abaya's lonesome, I believe, at least looking over at our version of the map. And now Epsilon going to start rotating in around Alliance. You can see that Alliance is probably going to take some shots at them, though. So they're going to make it in. We're going to take a look at Gangstars, though. And Gangstars, you can see Epsilon, Vitality, and Alliance all out here. All those teams have to rotate right now.
Epsilon may be able to take their spot back. It's Epsilon and Rogue right now that you really need to be thinking about, but ultimately Huskers is going to be taken out. So it is going to be those 9 points for him. By that multiplier, only makes it to 1.25 range. Will the Dream be kept alive? Set to destroy X, having their worst performance we have seen in such a long time, potentially ever. And now, ooh, the storm is a-brewing, Jason. How will Epsilon fare in this gunfight? We're going to see one player of Alliance going to choke out. Now Vitality trying to live the dream here against Epsilon. Epsilon able to get some cover for themselves. We can see explosions going on off screen. Who is going to stay up?
This setup when they're all standing together and I see Howie throwing nades gets me excited. One of the best clips we ever saw from the very early days of competitive H1. Howie is going to get eliminated, so we're not going to see that repeat, is he got a 5-kill nade throw in the early days. It's one of the best clips from H1 I've ever seen. I was hoping to see a repeat there.
You might not even need to do that because it looks like his gun is still frosty. That trigger finger very much getting the work done. Maybe doesn't need to use that whole throwing arm as of yet. Epsilon playing this ring very intelligently. They are right on the edge and they are waiting for their moment to pounce. We are going to see a frag coming out there. It's going to be from Balin in tow with his duo running in as a unit. Wingman coming in. Apex J gonna open up a little bit of space, gonna take down Clem, and they're ready for more. Looking at Hurrah. Hurrah gonna be able to trade in a couple of shots, and we can see Apex J going to be able to find him. Fox, though, Echo Fox going to be able to get in. A little bit of pinch action is going to make Epsilon a little bit scared. They have 3. Echo Fox, once again, we said they have the numbers. Those numbers are doing work. That's math for you, Jason.
Yeah, Epsilon plays those circles so well and plays the edge of those little hills really, really well in these late game circles. That is their bread and butter. They clean up Vitality there, and then the kill feed now going off. Sloth going to find an elimination onto Radarn. Echo Fox now becoming a thorn in the side of Epsilon as they take them down one by one.
And they're tied for first in points, and because of the multiplier, that means they are going to be in first. Let's see what they can do inside of this game. Cloud9 just lighting people up as Obey Alliance does the same, and we can see assists coming in here from Echo Fox, still being influential on the map. It's down to our top 2. Obey Alliance only going to have lifted left up against the likes of the Echo Fox team. Echo Fox should be able to solidify first place.
Fist fight.
We need a fist fight here. But
I don't think we're going to get it, but I would love to see it.
They got to storm right up to him. Sweet Dreams may be in the position to do it.
I don't think he can make it.
If they do it, they could just shoot up so far. We can see Cloud9 is going to have 11 points. Echo Fox is going to have 9. And they could get this 2x multiplier. Ultimately, it is going to just be the soul. It's just going to be worth 1 point. But they